YouTube friends. My name is Constance and this is cruelty-free musings. Welcome to a haul. So you may have noticed that my monthly hauls kind of went away. I'm pretty sure that the last monthly haul that I posted was April? Pretty sure that I posted April. I definitely have filmed April twice. But anyway, I have not posted a monthly haul in minimum 3 months. So I had a bunch of stuff come in and I figured I could combine it with all of the stuff that I bought at the Fiber Festival. Note, a Fiber Festival yarn, spinning fiber to be made into yarn, not Metamucil. Alright, now that we've gotten that clear, so I am just basically going to be hauling all of the stuff that I have bought since, not literally everything. Not literally everything. Like, I had a soda yesterday. You don't need to know about that. I'm not going to show you my empty soda bottle. But all of the beauty-related things, all of my frivolity money that I have spent in the last embarrassingly short period of time. Let's get into it. Basically on a no-buy for the rest of August. But it's okay, I have great new things to play with. Alright, let's start with the thing that arrived today. Look! It's the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. Yes, it's the Urban Decay's 20 palette. Yes, this is actually a 10-year-old palette. Do I care? No, look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, this went on sale at Sephora, and then I looked on Ulta because Urban Decay was like 40 to 50% off that same day. Then I noticed that this was on sale, half off. And Moondust is no longer on the Ulta website, so I was like, I feel like if I don't buy Moondust sometime in the next month or so, I might not have the chance. So let's buy the Moondust palette and play with the pretty sparkly eyeshadows. Sounds ideal. In that order, I also bought the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in Cloud because I wanted to. Look, I don't have to have a reason. Yes, I know that this is my winter color and I am actually my summer color right now. But I wanted my winter color. Look. The heart wants what it wants. Look, it's so shiny. Okay. Let's just swatch this. Because I have swatched the Born This Way color in Cloud, but I haven't actually swatched. There it goes. I haven't actually swatched the Peach Perfect in Cloud. I just, so you can see that's pretty light for the back of my hand right now, but I could probably shear this out and still wear it right now, because that's how much my skin color changes summer to winter. It goes from pale to slightly less pale. in case you wanted a demonstration, this I am pretty sure will actually match me dead on in the winter, and I am so excited. The thing that I have learned from panning the Too Faced Comfort Matte Peach Perfect and Swan is that I don't really need a summer foundation because my favorite foundation in the summer is no foundation. Like, serious, it's not even that I feel like I'm sweating it all off as soon as I go outside. It's just that I feel less inclined to put on a full face of makeup in the summertime. Part of it might also be that my skin is a little bit drier in the summertime, which I know is backwards from most people, but I mean, let's be honest, my entire life is backwards from most people. So, yeah. My skin just copes better with less stuff on it in the summertime. And the only reason that I've been wearing makeup is because I'm really trying to use this up. But you guys, look, you can kind of see how much progress I've made by comparing these two. Look at how fat this one is. Okay, I am very excited about having my favorite foundation, in case you could not tell. Also shiny! Okay. Where should that go? That one should go there. Whoa. Knocking things over. Okay. Next, I got some samples also in this box. I got the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer because, this is the sampler blister. One, because they actually included a blister pack for Swan, which is actually my color right now, and so I was like, I can test it out and see how I like it under my eyes. Plus, and then I can also see if one of these darker colors works as a contour and see if I like cream contour. And, we might have a couple of different, basically I figured that I could test this out, see if I like this under my eyes, and then see if I like the concept of a cream contour, and if one of these colors, which is an admittedly limited range of colors, but if one of these is a decent color for contouring or bronzing, cream bronzer. And then the other sample that I got, which smells fantastic, wow, Sephora has gotten so many cruelty-free perfume brands. It's like the only thing that I want to buy at Sephora that's not exclusive to Sephora. So like Bite Beauty, the Too Faced Peach Perfect collection, and perfume. That's it. That's my entire wish list. I mean, there are a couple of other brands that are exclusive to Sephora, like Natasha Denona and Viseart, and but like I don't seriously look at those. But I drool over the perfume. So one of the new clean, cruelty-free perfume brands that they've gotten is by Rosie Jane, which you cannot see that. There you go. Okay, so there's the lettering, and this is the scent Leila Lou, or Layla Lou. It is a perfect blend of pear, jasmine, and fresh cut grass. I had this scent in my loves list, so I figured I might as well throw it into my sample cart and see if I got it, which today is the first day in a very long time that I've actually gotten the samples that I requested. Okay, that does not smell as fresh on me as it does just in the tube, which happens a lot. My skin is weird, as is everything else about me, as I have already mentioned twice in this video. So a lot of scents change very radically on me. I like it. It's kind of warm and ambery, and wow, do you see this sample bottle? Look at this. Let me see if I can actually get this in shot. Let's see. Do you see that little tiny air bubble? Do you see how full this perfume sample is? Oh my goodness, this is the most perfume that I have ever gotten in a sample vial. Wow. Also, it smells nice. It's kind of warm. It's like fresh cut grass with an ambery undertone. Like, it's like the last time you cut your grass when the leaves start to fall, so there's still grass there, but there's also the warm dying scent of the leaves. It's kind of like that. It doesn't have the cold air feeling. This is what people experience when they're like, man, I'm so bad at describing scents. I don't feel like I'm bad at describing scents. I feel like I'm describing the thing very accurately, but I can't quite think of the correct analogy right now. I will probably wear this sample a lot though, and I will see if I can figure out what it smells like on my skin. It smells very green, like, you know, pear and jasmine and fresh cut grass. Those are very clean, bright scents. Just on me, it turns very warm. And now we get into the 100-point perks. I think that these were both just 100 points. Like, I have a lot of points because I didn't want any of the birthday gifts. And I also I'm still VIB this year, but it's probably going to go away at the end of this year because I've just kind of moved all of my purchasing over to Ulta. I got 500 points as the VIB bonus because they had the choice of 3 options, I think. And then I got 500 points for my birthday as well. And then I got like 3x points on something, some small purchase that I made. So I'm like stocked on points right now, but I just didn't want that much stuff. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I've heard nice things about it. I probably won't buy it because it's probably not that impressive. But, like I said, my skin is dry in the summer, so I figured a little extra moisture, a little sleeping mask to pile on top of my evening skincare, never a bad thing. And then there are also deluxe size samples of the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, Need I Say More? In case I do need to say more, of the last 5 mascaras that I've tried, this has been the only one that I liked, and also the full-size tube of Superhero lasted 4 months on me before it started to smudge, and most other mascaras, even high-end, like it's not a quality thing, start to smudge on me after 1 month. Closer to a month. All right, and then the last thing is the beauty offer. So like the little promo code that you can put in there and be like, yes, I want a Jouer thing. So I was like, yeah, I'll take a Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer Conditioning Lip Treatment. I figured that this would be a nice thing to keep in here and put on after my sunscreen and wear it while I'm doing my makeup so that my lips are not a desert by the time that I'm applying my lip in the morning. Alright, so that was Sephora. Most of the other individual store things will not be that large. Mostly because I got a bunch of things that don't actually cost money at Sephora. And I don't do that at, Ulta or in the actual store. Like, you don't get free stuff at most stores. Anyway. And I don't know if Ulta still does the sampler packs. I stopped getting them about like 4 months after going cruelty free because I would open them and then be like none of these I feel like I should even open and try, because if I like it, if it's not cruelty free, I'm not going to buy it. So, alright. So, Ulta! Let's start with the motivation. I needed a heat protector. Heat protectant spray. So this one is basically empty. I sprayed pretty much the last of it on my hair today. Like, there's some in there, but I throw my hair upside down because I find it easier to distribute things through my hair when I'm upset. Don't worry about it. I spray my hair while I'm upside down. And it doesn't spray anymore when I hold it in an orientation where I can actually spray it on my hair while my hair is flipped over. So this is done, and it is going in my empties. Hallelujah. Wow. And so about 3 weeks ago, I was like, I'm getting low on heat protectant spray. That one's not great for my hair. Let me look up one that's really good for fine hair, but one that doesn't protect from humidity, because my hair loves humidity. My hair is like, oh my goodness, humidity! I will sleek down and behave. Like, that's seriously what my hair is like. When it's dry in the wintertime, it poofs up and it's all staticky and it's super unhappy. So I don't like heat protectors with humidity blockers. And a couple of reviews that I looked at ranking like top 10 heat protectants for fine hair were like, yeah, the Kenra Thermal Styling Spray, 19. There are a bunch of Kenra heat activated and like styling products because it's a professional brand. You can buy it at Ulta because they stock a bunch of salon products, because they actually have salons in there. I had my hair done at an Ulta one time. But anyway, I liked the haircut. It was when I was getting a pixie cut. I was like, yeah, it's cute. I got 20% off because I did for new salon clients, you can get 20% off this thing. Anyway, this was highly rated and it doesn't have humidity blocker, so I was like, sure, yeah, let's go for it. Kenra's cruelty free. I am willing to pay $17 for something that will last me like a year and a half and be nice for my fine hair that is easily weighed down by itself. All right, so that and something that I don't have here, it's in the shower because it's for Husbear. He has a very acne prone back, so I buy him scrubby cleansers. So I got him the Mario Badescu Enzyme Cleansing Gel, which is a chemical exfoliator, and we will see how he likes that one. So those were the motivating factors for making the purchase. But then I added in some shinies. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer. This is the shade Rosewood. It is my perfect bronzer shade. Okay, let me compare this bronzer that I am panning, my only bronzer up to like, a week ago when this, or like Monday when this order arrived. All right, so this one is quite pale, also quite yellow, which you can really see next to this one, which looks in contrast very red. Okay, so something about very fair skin that's cool toned. It might just be like very fair skin in general. You burn instead of tanning. So, like, technically I am slightly golden right now. This is, the level of tan that I have. But if I got more color than this, I would turn pink with edges of brown. So I swatched this when they were new. And I said to myself and to my sister-in-law, who I was shopping with, that is the perfect color for a bronzer for me. Which you can see that it is. It just looks like a shadow on my skin. It just looks super, like, normal. It looks so normal on me. Which a lot of people didn't like these Anastasia butter bronzer. These Anastasia bronzers because they are really red toned, because it is a more natural bronze. But if you're used to tanning yourself a golden tan, or if you're one of those people that actually tans a golden tan, it's gonna look weird to you. So, yeah. They weren't super popular for that reason, but I swatched it when they were new and I was like, I love it. I'm going to buy it one day, and ta-da, we did it. 10 months later? Probably 10 months later. All right, and then this is another foundation because I don't know when to stop. Like, I'm panning a foundation, and I literally said earlier that I don't like wearing foundation in the summertime. But it's the middle of summer. Like, summer's not going to end here for another month and a half, probably. And I bought 2 foundations. Because reasons. Okay. So this is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. This is the shade F1, which I have swatched before in store, and it's a little light for me right now. Oh, you kind of can't actually see it. It kind of just looks like my skin color. Okay, there you can kind of see it. So maybe this is actually a decent summer color for me. Huh. Interesting. I think that there's a shade lighter than this. It's just not in stores. There's like an F0.5, which this is the neutral undertone, and the 0.5 is the cool undertone. But maybe it's just the camera playing with it. Like, to my eyes, it looks really well blended into my skin. So this might actually be a decent summer color foundation for me. And like, if I apply it a little more full coverage, it might actually be pale enough to be a winter color for me, but regardless, I already have my winter color. So, anyway, I have been wanting to try this raved about Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Concealer for, since I realized that there was a shade that would probably work for me, it has been on my list because there are not that many foundations that actually come in my color, more than there used to be, especially more at the drugstore than there used to be. But this is, it's always nice to find a drugstore foundation that actually works for you. So I have not tried this out. I am excited to try it out and see whether it actually works for me. Okay, last beauty-related haul thing. Wow, we're almost 30 minutes in. Okay, I was in Walmart, and I was in the makeup section because I was like, I want a couple of more brushes. I knew that I was getting this bronzer, and I was like, I don't feel like I have quite enough face brushes to not be mixing my colors together. So I wanted another blush brush, and then I have a flat foundation brush. It's this one from Real Techniques. But it's not my favorite. It's not flexible. Like it's not long enough to really have a lot of give. So you have to either you end up like basically patting, or you end up really swiping and bending the bristles. I wanted something that was a little bit longer and a little bit more flexible, so I wound up with this e.l.f. $2 foundation brush, which, yes, it is dirty because I use this for concealer to maintain coverage. It works for every concealer. And when you have dark circles that are a monster that cannot be stopped, copyright spooky lips and fat hips, then having foundation brushes that you can use to gently pat in concealer and have it maintain coverage and not go away is really super useful. So I knew that I wanted another foundation brush. I had tested this style in Target, and I was like, yeah, that's probably the one that I'll go for. And then I wanted another face brush, and I was like, sure, let's go with an angled face brush and see how I like it. And then while I was there, I discovered that there was an e.l.f. Ultra HD swatch station. And you know how I was talking about how drugstore coverage products don't come fair enough for me? You guys, the 16-hour camo concealer is fair enough for me. This is like, okay. So look at that. Look, this is a brightening concealer for me. This will probably still be a brightening concealer for me in the winter time. Look at that. It's super high coverage. The interesting thing about this is that it's not true. A little bit of the coverage blends away if I use a sponge. But if I use this brush and a little tiny dot of it under my eyes and pat it out like that with my foundation brush, this super light color that is lighter than my skin by a lot still covers my dark circles. I can actually use this as a concealer for my dark circles, even though it's summer and this is 3 shades too light for me instead of the 1.5 shades too light for me that it will be in the wintertime when it will be a pretty normal concealer color. I don't know where it stopped recording. I was talking about this concealer and how it has dethroned utterly and completely my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Alright, that was it. The end. Alright, we have reached the end of my beauty hauling, but I have other interests. So if you'd like to hang around for fountain pens and ink and yarn, keep watching! Alright, so these came today. And these are TWSBI Go pens. They are $19. So fierce. So utterly fierce. They're $19. This is the newest color. It's completely clear. I have all 3 TWSBI Go colors now. I have Smoke was the first fountain pen that I bought for myself. And then they also had Blue at that time. And then Clear is brand new. I bought these because I wanted to try broad nibs and stub nibs. So stub nibs are kind of like a calligraphy style of nib. You can maybe see from that the point is very square. So there's going to be a difference in how it lays down ink depending on whether you're going up or across. So it's going to kind of varies in line width. Not as much as a flex pen or like a brush tip pen or something like that. But a stub will kind of vary in line width, and it will also put down a ton of ink, which I like because I like shiny, shimmery, sheening inks, and they benefit from putting down a ton of ink. So I wanted to try a stub nib and a broad nib. That's what this one is. And this was the cheapest way to do it, was the TWSBI Go. And I knew that I like the pen. TWSBI is one of the highest rated entry level fountain pen manufacturers in existence right now. And they have super large ink capacity, so you can fill one up and write and write and write and write and write. I knew that these would be a solid pen choice for whatever I decided to do with them, and I figured that this would be a great way to try out additional nib sizes. So far I don't have any extra fines, but I do have a Pilot Metropolitan fine, which is a Japanese fine, so it kind of acts like an extra fine. Like, this is absurdly fine. So I have Japanese fine, I have a TWSBI fine, which is like a regular fine, and I have a couple of medium nibs and I just wanted to try some other nib sizes, some broader nib sizes, because I put a sheening ink into my one medium nib pen, and I about fell on the floor with how beautiful it was, to like beautifully smooth to write, and also spectacularly beautiful ink. Like it just is so shiny when you are using a nib that puts down more ink, which the broader the line, the more ink is going to wind up on the paper. So I figured I'll try a broad and a stub, which is broader still, and we'll see how I like those. All right, and then one last thing, I got Diamine Marine, and the reason that I got Diamine Marine instead of just leaving it at the two fountain pens is because at Fiber Christmas I sampled an ink. It is this pretty teal. So this is the name of the ink, KWZ Menthol, and I filled 2 pens with this, and I've been keeping one at work, and I have just fallen super hard for this teal color. So I was like, well, I don't know how to buy, like, I'm not familiar with KWZ as a brand, but I know that Goulet Pens has a bunch of teal inks, and they have an ink comparison tool where you can pick the color and compare them against each other and see which ones are similar. And then I went for one that had the attributes that I wanted, where it was dark enough to be readable, but also a nice bright teal blue. And I landed on Diamine Marine, and I am super excited. And with that, let us transition into my Fiber Christmas haul, which is yarn. Since I got up to fetch the shawl pin, let me show you this one first. Alright, so the general concept is that this is to hold a shawl in place. You can see that it's this gorgeous burnished copper. It's not going to show up well against my shawl, my dress. But the way that you do it is you stick the pin through the fabric, and then you flip this side over. Alright, so you weave the pin through the fabric in a decorative fashion, then you flip this over and you slide it up into place. And then it holds your shawl closed. This is super useful. I have not worn it a lot, but I did immediately put it on acquisition because I carry a shawl with me wherever I go. Because everyone does that, right? Everyone who knits anyway. Alright. Yes, so I bought a shawl pin. I have been on the lookout for a shawl pin that I liked for a while, so I was excited to see one that I liked at Fiber Christmas. Alright, this was the first thing that I purchased. Its name is, it's not reading well from what I can see on camera. The name is Papaya. I looked at it in person and I said, I have an eyeshadow, which is that color, which is Golden Peach. Let me actually swatch Golden Peach. It's in here. Is it in here? Yeah, it is. Oh, golden rose. Excuse me. Well, anyway, it's basically this color. This golden rose color. Where it's like a warm base. Where it's a peach base and not a pink base. But it's this very warm undertone with a strong gold shift. This is 100% bamboo, so it is 1, very shiny, and 2, does not have any memory at all. So I'm going to make something lacy with this, and it's going to lay flat and be very open and very low maintenance. Like it's just going to stay as it is. Once it's washed the first time, it's basically going to stay super open and stretched out, because bamboo is like that. It's like I'll just extend to the fullest capacity and stay here. Memory, what's that? You don't want to make socks out of bamboo. Like, I know that there are bamboo socks, they slide down. They have to slide down. Unless you actually add elastic to them, they're going to slide down, because it's what bamboo does. Bamboo has no memory. It won't hold to your skin. This might be earmarked as a present for someone. I wouldn't know anything about that though. Then this, we're not going in chronological order anymore. It does not matter. This is just what happened to be on top. This is, so someone that we connected with online has been a vendor at Fiverr Christmas for forever. And we've known her for like 6 years. So Miranda's MIB Fibers, in case you're interested. She does sell her yarn, the yarn that she dyes, to a couple of shops in the central, in the central US area. She's over in Arkansas. This color is Pale Pumpkin. And this happens to be 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. I am just going to make socks out of this probably, because yellow socks are happy. I might make a scarf, shawl, little thing to keep me warm. We'll see how I feel when it comes time to knit it. I might decide that I really need it to be a cuddly, warm thing around my neck. This is Balm. This was secondhand. I bought this out of Miranda's de-stash actually, and I believe that this is Versuchskaninchen. Which I love. Anyway, this color is emerald, because I need more emerald green things in my life, because who doesn't? It's very pretty. A Versuchskaninchen, by the way, means guinea pig. It's the German name for guinea pig. But literally, it's experiment rabbit. which if you think about it, that's exactly what a guinea pig is. Anyway, emerald green. Bought this out of the D-stash. Now, most of the rest of what's on my lap, I bought in one place. So, this is from Apothecary. This is a brushed mohair silk, and I'm going to make myself a cowl out of this because I have a cowl out of a really nice pattern called Ice Queen, and I do wear it, but it is bubblegum pink. And bubblegum pink is not a color that I wear a lot. Whereas red, especially this like rusty browny red that I can wear with a brown or with a red, and it'll bring out different aspects of the yarn. You know, this is this will go with more things in my wardrobe. Let's just say that. This will go with the vibe of my wardrobe more than the bright pink cowl. So, it's so soft. I was on the lookout for something that was true red. This is not true red. This is like a rust red. But I like it. It's versatile. And then, speaking of like rusty red orange, you can kind of tell what color family I am really vibing with right now. Like I just lifted this into view and I was like, oh, it's my shirt. Except in yarn. Wow. Alright, so this is another thing that I got from Miranda's D-stash. This is like a heavy lace weight, light fingering weight. So, and then this is a DK weight. So I'm going to double this, and then it will be about the same thickness as this yarn, and I can knit with it together. So this is going to be my main color, and then I'm going to knit with all of these as contrast colors. Which, constructing this color story took, I feel like I was in the booth at Apothecary for half an hour, probably. Because I think I found these two relatively early, and then we were kind of looking for solid colors or semi-solid colors that would go along with to make it vibe better. And like there's a lot of different colors, you know, there's a lot of different ways that we could go. This landed in here pretty early, but like for this one, this could go with like a semi-solid teal. You could go with a lightish blue. You could go with just another skein of this brown even. But I really liked the combination once I had put the yellow with it. And once again, the vibes of matchiness coming from my top and this yarn that I am holding up. It's intense. Alright. So that is everything that I have purchased, and I have been talking for forever. My audio is coming up on an hour. I have like 30 minutes and 20 minutes of video because it stopped recording there in the middle. I hope you enjoyed or learned something, or both. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like. And goodbye for now.